Squeaky's on the windowsill, king of the throne. Charlie's got a feather toy, she's in her zone. Doobie's in the kitchen, knocking stuff down. 3 cats ruling this crazy little town.
Good morning, guys. Whew, it's gonna be hot today. For Michigan, it's gonna be hot. It's says it's 69 degrees outside, and this don't look so bad when it's up. Except for I threw it up like really fast, but I guess I'll sit in this chair. Because that way I don't have a light above me, but it's behind me anyway. But anyway, it says it's 69 degrees outside. It is 79 degrees inside my house. I'll tell you, I'll show you. $79 degrees inside my house, and it's 69 out there. So, I mean, I've got a fan. I got 2 fans on that blow on me, and I got the fan above my stove, and it's all been going all night long, and it's still 80 degrees inside my house. So guess what? It's supposed to be 90 degrees today. I can't open a door or a window because these flying ants are everywhere. And guess what? You know why they're here in my house? Because it's hot and it's humid outside, and it's hot and humid inside. And because there's cats, there's food sources, i.e. their plates. Even if I clean them, there's still the cans that I have to throw away. So they're in my house and they're biting. And I also can't open my door because guess what? Mosquitoes! Yay! So Aunt T's probably gonna take a few dips inside the indoor pool, i.e. my bathtub. It's too hot to bike anywhere. There's Doobie doing her Doobie thing. I still have a nasty headache, but I think it's because I had... Hi, baby girl. My puff. I think it's because yesterday I didn't have any coffee. I didn't have any coffee because coffee's usually hot when you make it. And... So I think it was about up to 90 yesterday too. They told you not to do this, but I'm like, I can always get another one. I do have my hot water bottle in the freezer full of water. Yay for that. And I have... This chair ticks me off, even though it was a free one. I need to grab my water bottle from the bed last night. I have water bottles in the fridge full of water to drink. So I have cold water to drink. And Doobie, if you eat my internet, I'm not going to be happy with you. So, there's nothing else I can do. There is nothing else I can do. It's going to be hot. Like I said, it's going to be too hot to bike anywhere. I could make it down to, and I have. I've made it past the pool. But it's too hot. It's too hot to go outside. It's too hot to stay inside. And here I am, you know, this is like a typical day in some states, in some countries. This is jacket season, or, you know, long pants seasons and stuff like that. Me? I'm from the land of the ice. We just had an ice storm. like, what, a month ago? No, June. What is this? Almost July. 2 months ago? May, June. Well, it's not. Yeah, 1 month ago. We had an ice storm that was freezing cold, and we didn't have power. And guess what? Now it's too hot to be inside. But I am gonna, before it's too. Oh, another one of them freaking things. I just kill them. I just smash them. They bite me, so I smash them. I'll make a coffee. I've got food already made. I doubt that I'm going to be eating so much today. I should add some more food to that, because I got some more chickpeas that soaked for like 2 days, because I ate on the ones that I cooked yesterday. I didn't eat them all. I'm going to transfer them to a bowl so I can use that pan again, though. I had my glasses, what I was doing over here. What are you doing, Tressa? Oh no, I don't have any glasses. I was so worried about Pam finding out that I was using her jelly in unconventional ways. I told her that I actually did it, and she's like, "Oh, we put that in everything." I'm like, "Yay!" Okay, here's the pan. Oh, that's why I didn't have a bowl over there. It's because I was eating right out of the pan. That's how much I have left. So I got about 2 or 3 meals left, but I might as well, because I also snack on the same thing during the day. Yeah, it's already muggy and hot out here. Whew, my porch is sticky. My feet, I'm barefoot. Whew. I was just going to check these towels. I put them on the line because, oh, well, they need, ew. I don't know what those are. I put them on the line the other day because it was raining out, and I thought, they could use another. Okay. I can't do it. Mosquitoes. I left you up there. Not the greatest angle. Turkey neck. I left you out there a minute while oh, they're foamy. Weird. They're a little squishy. Maybe it'll be easier to cook them. Okay, I guess they're okay. Oh, there we go. Now we'll put that on upside down. I'm going to at least cook these beans because they sat there for like yesterday and today. They don't smell sour or gross. They smell okay. If they smelled sour or gross, I'd throw them out on the ground so the birds or animals or somebody had something to feast on. And I know I was the bugs. But I left the door open now because it's more cold outside than it is inside. And there's gotta be a way to lock that in there. I'll have to figure that out one of these days. I'll just sit on it like this. Maybe it'll work. Yeah, it works okay. I know, but it's colder outside than it is inside, and I'm hoping that fan over there will draw some of that coolness in here for now. For now. Probably won't. I do know that Google said I get these news updates on my phone, and one of the updates said if you have a fan over top of your stove, it can help vent out hot air. I'm like, I've been doing that for years. And they're like, block your windows. Well, most of my windows are blocked except for those, you know, they're not blackout curtains, but I mean, I got little kid neighbors. Sometimes I run around, sometimes like days like today, I run around with barely anything on, like a bra and panties. If you know, and I discreetly wear those because I got like a 5 or 6 year old little neighbor that doesn't need any of that information. And I become aware of those kinds of things because of my grandnephew being about that age. He wouldn't need that kind of information either. I mean, especially about the old fat lady next door. No, they don't need that kind of information. No, nobody needs that kind of information. I don't need that kind of information. Oh, but it's gonna be a hot one. Hi, baby. Hi, you want to come here? You can come here. Does see me? Is he the mama? Was that? I know, it smells like Apollo, doesn't it? My niece's cat. This came from my niece. Didn't it smell like Apollo? I didn't bring another cat in, I promise. She's the last one. I promise. Poor thing. Aw. She had to rub on my arm on her way through. Oh, I guess I'm gonna, before it gets too hot, get one more cup of coffee in. This headache isn't subsiding. Because, again, I think it's because I haven't been drinking coffee. I just can't in hot days. I've got to figure out a way to get caffeine otherwise because I just can't on hot days. Even if it's cold brew and it's been in the fridge. Because I know how to make cold brew. All you do is take like a whole bunch of ground coffee, put it in a jar, like a small, one of the big mason jars, and you let it sit overnight. Okay, that's cool, that's great. And the acid in it is supposed to be less, it's supposed to be less acidic, and it does taste better. It does taste better to me. And you can still warm it up if you want a warm cup of coffee. But it's just my stomach cannot handle coffee in the heat. And it, again, it doesn't even matter if it's cold brew or not. My dad says, I say that all the time. Love can't stand the man. Love him, can't stand him. Anyway, he says, I drink a hot cup of coffee to cool myself down. Okay, that's great for you, Dad. And Moody said that the Indians from India drink a thing called lassi, which is basically watered down yogurt. Basically. I mean, there's other ingredients in it, I'm sure, and there's ice and that stuff, but they basically drink watered down yogurt. Like those little sport drink yogurts you can get for your little kids. That's basically what they drink. I mean, it consists of other things, but I'm just giving you the basic. And I did try that. The only thing is I don't stay traditional on anything. And he's like, that's not a lassi, that's not a lassi, that's not a... I'm like, I don't care. I'm not Indian. And what I'm doing tastes good. And I'm pretty sure that they don't traditionally stay with the same recipe either. I mean, how can you eat the same thing over and over and over and over? I mean, you gotta play with the recipe. And I'm not the only person in the world that does it. Other people, I mean, seriously. Doob, doob, doob. Doob, doob, doob. Get it. Get it. Squeaky's over there looking like he wants to play too. But every time she tries to play with him, he yells at her. But anyway, that's what he says, is that they drink those things called lassies when it gets hot. And he would know. That's the region his family was originated from. But apparently, though, he said when he was like 3, they moved to London, so. Get it! Oh. But yeah. And then another thing my dad said that he drinks, and I don't understand why it works for him, but it helps him cool down, is buttermilk. Which I guess would be very close to what a lassi is. So I guess maybe, I don't know. Doobie, if you let it go, I can fling it for you again. Come on, let it go. Okay, fine. Wrestle with it. Get it. I get you your other one. My bike pump. I got that for virtually free. Get it. It's not the digital one with the bells and the whistles, and I could charge my phone on it and la 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 la. But it's also not one of those little ones that are about this size that come with your bike that say, oh, this will fill your tire up. What, in 2 days? Pump, 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 pump for 2 days. It's got leg power. It'll do what I need it to do. Though when I tried to fill my tires up over Dad's house, his thing said that his power air compressor. Sorry, I lose words, guys. His air compressor said my tires were full. It said something about 15 psi, and I already had 50. Whatever. Ew. Doobie, did you fart? It says 42B. Where are all the numbers? Oh, at the bottom. Gosh. Guys. Hello. You're right in the way of what I'm doing. 20 psi. Pressure something inch, I think. But I just know that, okay, if you don't know how to tell, and a lot of people do, but some people don't. If you don't know how to tell how much air you need to put in your tire, including your car, It's on the tire. And see if I can get my crud out of the way. My broom and my broken tile and whatever. And right there, where it says 20 PSI, that is what your tire pressure gauge should say when your tire is full. Don't put it any more or any less. Less will damage the tire and make your gas, if you're using a car, make your gas mileage go wonky. And I believe too much will do the same thing. So you need it like basically right on. Like if I had 21 PSI, that would be okay, but like 27 or 30. Life hacks with Aunt T. The other numbers will help you identify what kind of tire you need if you go by those. And I don't remember how to read those at the moment. But if you match the numbers up, you should be getting the correct tire. Again, some of you people are my age and you already know that. Some of you people are my niece and nephew's ages and you don't know that because you haven't been out in the world and you have to deal with that yet. And nobody's had to tell you that yet. So the ones that already know, the ones that already know this kind of information that I give, please disregard it and just say that I'm giving it to people that might not. I'm not calling you any type of word like insufficient or anything like that. Just know that there are other people that I would be talking to. Some of them are even minors. They are people I know, but they're minors, and that's why I don't say their names. And what kind of an aunt would I be if I didn't pass that kind of information on? I don't think I would be a very good one, because part of my role is to help guide the younger ones in my life. And set you up there again. I'm gonna make this coffee. The pressure gauge. There's a meme going around, or there was a meme going around, where it has, and I'll probably have to put a picture in. It says, "My mom found this pipe in my car and now we have to have a talk." The pipe in the car the mom found was a pressure gauge. And it has a long thing, it looks like a ruler that comes out. Well, when you stick that onto the valve, which is that stem that sticks out with the cap on the top, the little thing comes out, and it'll tell you on the number how much pressure, PSI, you have in your tire. Some of them are digital now, and some of them, if you go to a gas station and they still have the air pump, it's on the air pump itself. So I don't even know if they have air things in gas stations anymore. I'm going to turn that up for now because it's loud. Ooh, I hear them cooking. I didn't put any spices in them. I just cooked them. I figure that I can spice them up as I eat them. And I can... Yeah, I can spice them up as I eat them. I'm just going to cook them now because, like I said, I had a whole bag of them soaking. Well, that's a waste of food. So I might as well cook them. And if I cook them, maybe, I don't know. I should, my tablet I think is about dead. Because tablet! But, I wonder if I can freeze them. I think you can, well, I mean, you can obviously can them because you can get them in cans, but I wonder if I can freeze them. This thing's pretty, for a piece of scrap, this thing's pretty nifty for a phone stand. This was in the washer. Not in it, but under it, under the styrofoam, just to keep the package from falling apart. And I thought, there's something I can do with that, because it's just too cool to toss out. So, and there we go. It's a phone stand. I'm going to turn this one off, because that's the solar one, and I like to keep them charged. Hi, pretty girl. Are you watching that baby? She playing with everything. Get it. Get it, Doobie. Get it, Doobie. Get it, Doobie. I need to sweep, guys. I really do. It's really hard to... And I still have my yoga mats outside, so I got... Why is my camera doesn't like to focus? Maybe it's because it's my camera. I don't like to focus either. Oh, I gotta grab that so it doesn't fall off the edge into Tick City. Living on the edge. Why is my camera doing that? There we go. Living on the edge. This is sad, guys. Ew. Maybe I should flip the other one over too while I'm out here. I think I'm gonna get anything out of that. Oh, maybe. Okay. Oh, cows. You. I hear moo, moo, moo. Cows are mating. All right. I'm not as okay. I don't know if because gotta set you down again. I don't know if it's common for people who have had my surgery or the same surgery as I have to be disillusioned about what size they are. Pam says her sister is too. Pam says her sister thinks that she's gained like 50 pounds, which maybe if she did, she gained maybe 10 or 5. My mom does the same thing. However, she's weird. No, she's not. She'll look at a pair of pants and go, I will never fit them. And then she puts them on and they're too big. And I look at myself and go, geez, Tressa, what did you eat? 20 pizzas? 20 extra sized pizzas? And then I looked at myself just now. I'm like, no, you look like you always do. To me, when I have the poodle hair down, I am so tempted to cut the stuff off. To just buzz it off my head right now. But anyway, when I have the poodle hair down, my face looks like it used to look To me, it looks wide, very wide. And then I look at the rest of my body in a mirror and I go, Tressa, what did you do? And then when I have my hair up, I look at it and go, oh, you're fine. You're fine. No, I'm not that. I'm not that way. I'm not strut your stuff and, all that. I know I'm not all that. Every time I see one of those ants, I spray it with my cleaner. So I'm not all show-offy and, look at what I did. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. La, la, la. I'm not that kind of person. I've been humbled. I've been put in my place many times by a lot of people letting me know that I am not all that. Even if I wasn't show-offy, they're like, oh, you ain't nothing. You ain't nothing. You ain't nothing. Okay, you're right. I'm not anything better than you are. You're also not anything better than me. We all need the same stuff. I was crocheting this morning. Shocker! Aunt T was crocheting this morning. Oh my. Should I sit over there then? I don't really want to. But you guys I don't think you like the halo. But I want to. Dilemmas. I don't know how to angle my phone so that you don't get the light in it too. Because I need the light in it when I'm crocheting. I saw Pam. She did show that she opened up the box. She said, my secret box. I'm like, nobody's seen inside my secret box. She thought it was funny. But, she found embroidery project in there. I didn't even know it was in there. Like I said, it was just a thing that I'd gotten we could do together. And it got kiboshed. It got kiboshed by watching children. That's not a big deal. I'd rather watch children than look inside an Ocean's box. Pam probably would too. She's the same. And then, where did it go? Oh, I threw it up there. I have to turn the light on, guys. She said something about the smock apron vest shirts. And she got one because it reminded her of her grandma. Ah! Look at my shoulder, guys. Hi! And I said, and I messaged her, and I said, really? The lemon ones? Oh, the only thing is I was altering mine so that I could have it a little bit more loose, because this one needs pockets, and she's right, it does need pockets, but this is the linen I like nowadays. The type of linen that's like sheets, but it has zero give to it. And I need a little bit of give for my squishiness. So I was altering it. I need to do the other side so it does fit. Oh, man, get off my neck. But I was altering it so it would fit around my squishiness. If I didn't have the skin, it would fit me. But I have to open the arms to accommodate for that. Maybe I should contact TLC and get them to do it for me. I wonder who I have to give a gobby to. Whoops. Oh, I need that one. Where'd that hook go? Shoot. It wasn't my hook I dropped. It was more important than my hook. This controls the fan above my bed. I dropped that, and I'd rather lose my hook than the fan. I can always find another hook. Let's see what size this is. 2.25. I got plenty of those. It just doesn't have the same handle. I added this. I have to trim it because when I'm crocheting, my hand likes to bend it down, and it's distracting when I'm crocheting. So I have to cut that, but as if it wasn't ergonomic enough. Okay. No, I don't want that light on either. See, that's my solar light. I want the fan on. It feels like it's going to rain again today. It really does. It said it was going to, and then it said it's not. It feels like it's going to. Of course, not today. Today's Saturday, I think. I think it's Saturday. Is it Saturday? Sunday. Ooh. Okay. Tomorrow is supposed to be a thunderstorm. So, okay. We'll just roll with the punches, I guess. Does seem like it's cooling down with the door open. And that's what they said too, is open your doors and windows, close them, cover them, keep it dark inside during the day when it's hot. And then when it's cooled down outside, open the doors and windows and let the air out. No, thank you. I would like 70-degree weather again, please. Just, 70-degree weather. I think, what is that, 20 Celsius? 21 Celsius. I was close. 12 years of trying to guess the weather. Because Moody uses Celsius and I use Fahrenheit. I mean, most of the rest of the world uses Celsius, and we use Fahrenheit. So, and I also realized, I looked at my subscribers. Some of my subscribers aren't from the US. So I try to, and since I already kind of have the knowledge of Celsius, now trying to convert cups to, pounds to kilos and that kind of stuff. No, I'm not a drug dealer. I can't do that. And what's the other, the cooking conversion? I can't do that either. But I can do the weather, basically. Wow, that just wants to be fancy schmancy, doesn't it? And again, like I said, I think I just heard thunder. Maybe it is might be a truck outside too. I don't know. I can basically feel, okay, it's about, today's going to be about 30 Celsius. And it's funny, when we started talking, he'd say, oh my gosh, it's 30. I'm like, that's cold. He says, what? He says, 30's hot. And then I said, oh, Celsius. Because 30 here is freezing. Is below freezing. So. But then again, their freezing point is 0. Our freezing point is 32. So, I can't do the math to convert it, but I can kind of go, okay, I know. So, yeah, go me. And I did look it up. And yes, you can freeze chickpeas. I'm going to check beans too, because you know what? One of these one of these days when it's cool, I'm just going to cook beans up and put them in the freezer. If I can do that, because you know I'm always looking for fast food. And technically it's not really fast food because I do have to cook them, but if I can just put them in the freezer and then bring them out and cook with them, everything's going to be great. That would be awesome. I mean, like I said, I know you can can them. You can buy them in cans. So, I wouldn't do it to lentils and I wouldn't do it to split peas. Not that I wouldn't, but they cook up so fast that I don't think I need to. Yes, you can. Do you know how much time? Well, I mean, I know, again, it's going to take time to do that. But if I cook up a whole huge batch of beans, and I could do that in that stupid Instapot, just cook the beans up really fast, even half cook them, throw them in the freezer, and bring them. That's technically cheaper. Well, I mean, you have to, the time, the electricity, yada, 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 to factor into it. But technically, that's cheaper, and it'll be easier. Sorry, had one of those flying ants. To just grab them and use them. I'm gonna have to get some more sealer bag. Actually, I wouldn't do sealer bags on beans unless you half cook them. And the reason I do say that is because I got a whole thing of pintos. I hate pintos though. I have a huge bag of pintos because they were $8 for 8 pounds. And that 8-pound thing could feed the whole neighborhood for a couple of days. And when you're hungry, you just eat it. You don't complain. And I'd rather have something that I don't specifically care for so much, but it's not dastardly, in case of emergencies. So that's why I have those pintos. And plus, again, if you need greens, if you need salad greens, or you do microgreens or anything like that, and you are out of food, but you have those beans, plant some of them. You can eat the greens. Bean sprouts. You put those on your salad. That's what it is. Actually, they're smaller beans, I think. But bean sprouts. Again, the chia. I keep the chia around for the same reason. I don't specifically eat it, but if I need food, I have seeds. And if you're not allowed to keep seeds, you sure are allowed to store some beans to eat. They didn't say how you had to eat them. They didn't say you had to eat them by beans. So, I keep, like I said, I keep the pintos and the chia around for an emergency stash of food. In case I have zero money and zero food. And I would eat both of them without spices, because at that point in time, I probably would, if I was desperate enough to eat those things, I probably don't have any spices either. Which is a lie, because I have a garlic growing out there. And that's another reason it doesn't specifically work so well in the wintertime, because these guys like to try to eat them. Like you saw what they did to my aloe. And by the way, if you saw me showing the sequins off in my bathroom, you saw my aloe. It's up there now because Throwing it in the back and forgetting it made it turn a little bit white, but it did grow a sprout. It grew a lot of sprouts. And then throwing it outside while it rained perked it up, but I thought that's too much water. So, hi baby. So, putting it in there, I won't totally forget about it. I won't bother it, but it still gets a little bit of a light source because I turn the light on to go to the bathroom and take a bath and do laundry. Hi, handsome. Hi. I know. I told you I'm not putting a blanket on. It's too hot. So I think it'll be okay up on top of that shelf. I think one of the reasons it came off of that shelf is because it got too tall, or I thought I wasn't paying enough attention to it. You don't have to pay that much attention to an aloe. They don't like that much attention. Oh, hey, my handsome boy. Isn't he handsome? He's a good boy. You see Mama? Or no, you don't see Mama. You see Squeaky Baby? That's who. Do you love you? Do you love you? That's you. Oh. What is it? What is it? He's my old boy. Him and me, we've been through a lot. I've been through a lot with him. Like now he looks like a normal cat. And see guys, look, I'm wearing shorts. He looks like a normal cat. But a few years back, he looked, and I think it's because I wasn't at home and I couldn't be at home, but he looked basically like skin stretched across a skeleton. Even his prior owner looked at me and said, he looks like a regular cat. What did you do? And I said, I took care of him. He got onto the wet food because of her. She's like, he's scrawny. Get him wet food. He's scrawny. He was scrawny because of her. And I can feel, I can go down his backbone still. But that's not his winter coat, so he's doing good. We've been through a lot, though. He's my good friend. You're my good friend. You've been there for me for a very long time. Every time I was sad. Yeah. Mad. Every time you pooped on something I didn't like you to poop on. Oh, and right now, what they do is they try to escape the baby. She's attacking them. But the thing is when she's attacking them, she's on the floor and they're standing up. That means they're dominant and she knows it. They're showing their dominance. They're like, excuse you? Get in line. That's why I keep telling them, you got to teach her how to be a cat. Well, they are. They're teaching her how to be a cat. They're teaching her that she's low man on the... excuse me, this is a saying around here in my family, and I don't know if it's a correct saying or not, whatever. She's low man on a totem pole. And again, I don't know if it's just a family saying and if I'm saying something bad or not. So I apologize if I am, and if I am, I won't say it again. But you know what? I'm going to Google it. Okay, so I don't think I'm saying anything bad because I Googled it, and it does seem to be an expression still today. I did put in the clip of the Google, which I usually do, because the reason I do that is because I'll be like, oh, I Googled it. It's true. I Googled it. Well, the thing is I could have Googled it or I could not have. So I just like to put in proof that I did. Another thing you could do is, if I'm not sure about something, is you can Google it. I mean, I know one person who likes to ask me tons and tons of questions, and I'm like, is my name Tressa May Google? No, it's not. Or is my name Google May Pratt? Or Tressa Google Pratt? No, nothing. My name has nothing to do with Google. Well, I'm just... No, look it up yourself. Man, lazy? And yeah, I did tell him he's lazy for doing it. Like, you know how to type just as much as I do. And if you don't know how to type, there's always voice. There's a microphone on Google right there. You've seen me do it. When I grab my tablet and I say Google, or not even Google, I'll be like, I looked up Steve. I don't know how to say his last name. And I've heard it Buscemi and I've heard it Buscemi. And I'm not really sure how to say it. So I apologize for that. But when I looked him up the other day, I just talked it into Google and they gave me an answer. So, maybe it doesn't matter to him because he's not even going to see it anyway. Or it doesn't matter to him because I'm nobody to him. And he is a celebrity and people would be talking about him. So, of course, maybe he's a nice guy and he'd be like, hey, she's talking about me. Hey, that's cool. I was thinking that I had to come over here to stir my pot. I was thinking I should probably put this in the freezer. Yes! My hot water bottle is frozen solid. And again, they say, oh, you can ruin the integrity of your hot water bottle by doing that. I could buy a new one. Man, a big old block of ice in bed with you when it's hot like that? I got the idea from that because I got it I was using it in the wintertime when my feet were cold. So I'd put the hot water in a hot water bottle and put them down by my feet. I got the idea from that because, I don't know, in the old castles a long, long time ago, in England or whatever, they would take metal boxes full of coals and put them in the end of their bed to keep them warm. I'm not doing that and burning my house down. I know what I'm doing. I'm looking for my hot pads. And I guess this will have to work because I don't know where they actually all... Oh, there's one. I'm not. Brain. My brain does not like me. Let's get one of these out of here and see if they're done. Wow. I'm probably gonna... They're already done. Which means to me that I should put some more beans on to soak. Cook them up tomorrow morning. Put these in the freezer today. And even if those aren't fully cooked, again, I can... Oh, we're not doing that with these. Again, I can just put them in and cook them the rest of the way. Do I do more chickpeas? No. Not right now. I want to see what happens with this other thing of beans. And ants. I don't want you in my food. That's why they're in that. Another thing I did, coffee, obviously. I mean, I could take that off of there. This is not sugar. My thing. This is salt. My salt container was open, and I didn't like the way the package looked. It looked like it had stuff all over it, and I was like, So these are glass jars, and this is salt. Hello, Puff. Mama's not doing food for you right now. Mama's doing food for Mama. There. Just a glass container now. Okay. This is already open. So that is what I will soak. I will take the packet out of there. This smoky salt. That's one of the reasons I get the ham bean ones. Is because if I am out, like running low on spices like I did the other day, it's got the packet in it. Even though it's salt, it's still got some sort of flavoring in it. So... what do you want? I've got nothing up here for you, baby. I have to find the lid. Here it is. I say the lid for that. I do use these for cat food plates, but I also make sure that I know which ones are cat food plates and which ones I use for food, my food purposes. Because, and will you get out from underneath my feet? That thing is on my screen. Ugh. Soak them off. Put them right there, and that's that. And I will put this somewhere. This might even taste good on popcorn. But I don't have any oil now. So I'll have to eat my popcorn without anything on it. Which I do kind of constantly too. Sometimes I like stuff on it, sometimes I don't. I'm running low on it. I was going to say, maybe I should soak some of that too. It would put another grain in there. And they cook... the Old Maids, anyway. I have ground this and used it for cornmeal. And that works pretty good. But I haven't cooked raw ones. So I'm not sure. But I know the Old Maids cook up like beans. You need to cook them and cook them. But they come out with a... If you don't get them cooked right away, or cooked well enough. Charlie, I don't have nothing for you. They come out rubbery. But otherwise, they will come out with a nice, almost hominy texture, if you know what hominy is. Which is what they use to make grits. It's corn, and they puff it up with lye. and something else, and they put it in cans, and but before they, if they don't put it in cans, they dry it. They'll puff it up and then they'll dry it and they'll grind it up and they turn it into grits. It's a weird process. So I'm going to say no on that. I'm just going to leave it because I like eating popcorn, and if the only problem is I don't get Old Maids from the air popper. However, you can add popcorn to your food. It adds a starch to it, I think. I have to Google that too. Absolutely. It is a whole grain and it has fiber. So yes, you can add it to your food. And yes, I did a screenshot. And yes, you will have a little insert. The reason I do all that research, when I was a kid, I would ask my mom, "Mom, why is it like this? Go look it up." I think I'd explained that a long while ago. Go look it up. Look it up yourself. Look it up yourself. So I've been researching stuff my entire life. My mom's a researcher too. So I guess that's where I get it from. I don't need to lose that remote. Though I know where another remote is. Because they all run off the same. I mean, there's a specific one for that light. It's got, you know, the actual controls printed to it, on it. You know, the fan, this, that, and another thing. These ones actually go to my solar lamps. All of them. So, and there's supposed to be like 6 of them, and I've only got 2. There's one. Yes, I put it there so I don't lose it. She actually was into genealogy when I was a kid. She was, I think she said she went back to the 1400s, maybe even further, on her family's side. So, yes, Mom. I hope she was getting a drink out of that fountain. Doobie was sitting on the edge. I hope she wasn't eating the cord of the fountain. So basically, yeah, Mom was a researcher. She looked stuff up. And she expected us to do the same. She also expected us just to get the heck out of her hair. Leave me alone. Unless she wanted, like, housework done. Were you born an a-hole? No, I was born a maid. My genetics turned me into an a-hole. That's something I'll say to my dad. Well, not nowadays, now that dementia's starting to set in, but he'd say something really negative about me. I'm like, it's genetic, Dad. Oh, would he get mad? I knew he'd get mad. That's why I'd say it to him. I'd be like, it's genetic. Ooh. Or I'd say, I come by it honestly. Ooh, would he get mad? I think he got mad because I came up with a really good answer. He's like, how are you supposed to know that? Oh, the knot on the back of my head won't let my head sit flat on the wall. So, and at 30%, I need to plug the phone in, or you're not getting a video today. Sometimes I just don't want to do a video either. Sometimes I feel like I'm just doing this for no reason. Like I'm wasting my breath and my time. Like I'm like talking to no one. But then again, it's kind of therapeutic for myself. I've said I don't like counselors. They're not in it to help me. They're in it for their paycheck. But to get things off my chest and to be able to just talk about it, and it's taught me how to do it nicely, because YouTube doesn't allow you to be mean like that. So it's taught me how to do it nicely. So I guess I'm not wasting my time with that. I just don't know how many people are caring about what I have to say. I know there's there's two people, Pam and Sterling, that religiously watch me and care about what I have to say. They say, "Oh, it's like hanging out with you." Okay, cool. But then again, I've got 94 subscribers. Thank you. And I don't know if I'm... Oh, that must have been a black fly. Wonderful. I don't know if I'm benefiting your lives by being here. However, was I born to benefit your life or benefit my own? I was born my mom, she was complaining about my dad. I'm like, why did you even marry him? He's been like that my entire life. She said, because I needed to get laid. And of course, you know, good girls didn't do that back in the 50s. They got married and then. So she's like, I got married because I was... Yeah. I'm like, oh, that's great, Mom, thanks. Yeah. So, oh, it was a fuzzy wuzzy. I thought it was a mosquito. I'm like, you too. Yay! I have to find my screwdriver. I cannot find it, and I'm trying to connect some hoses together to do this laundry thing, because that hose that I kept sticking up inside the end of my tub, it worked great, but it started fraying and I couldn't get it up in there. So I started connecting it. Well, the connected hose that I used was too small and it kept sliding out of there. So I needed to connect another connector to it to be able to connect it to my sink where the original thing was. But because I needed it longer, because I need the drain hose to be able to drain into the bathtub, but I need a water source because it won't wash without one. And it won't pull out of one of my 5-gallon buckets. It has to have a pressurized water behind it. And I'm trying to think if I can fill it with my own water and put it through a rinse cycle. I think I might have to try that. Not right now. Maybe right now. I don't think anything's stopping me, except for you guys probably don't want to see that. See me experimenting. Maybe you do. I don't know what you want. I don't know what you want from me. La, 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 la. We're gonna grab that, this, and these, and knock a box of stuff down. Oh, I got my Grundies up there too. I don't think she calls them this anymore, but I got that word from Pam. And she used to call underwear Grundies. Make sure there isn't anything in that filter. There shouldn't be. There is. Maybe I will get you my stand. And you're going to have to deal with the halo above me because I am dealing with that. Hey, is that another pair of undies? Yes. Yes, it is. I will put you above my turlet. Maybe you can see me, maybe not. No. Oh! Angle. Auntie. Ow! You guys stomped on my foot. There. You can see what I'm doing. And yeah, ugh. This is all the cat hair I get out of stuff. That's almost paper. That's weird. Anyway, that's all the cat hair. That came out of my towels. So, it goes inside the washer like that. And then it's already plugged in. I better make sure this hose is in the tub. Both hoses. I don't know what. There we go. 5-gallon bucket. I mean, I'll use it to fill the tub with it. My water pressure is weird. So I will walk away and let that fill because it's going to. I keep seeing this book and I keep waffling on whether I want to give it to Pam or keep it. Because I don't know if it has anything to do with what she's doing with the sewing. I don't think what she does is needlepoint. The reason I have this book is sometimes you might want to make a decorative patch on something. And you might want to know how to do the stitches for it. The puff! But I don't, like I said, I don't know if it has anything to do with what she's doing with her sewing. So, it's not even quite halfway full yet. When it's halfway, I'll pick it up. I used to carry 2 of those back and forth between 2 houses because I didn't have any water. Luckily, the sibling lived across the street and was told she had to give me water. Yeah, she was told she had to give me water. I'm like, okay, whatever. So I would carry 2 of those a day across the street. Huh? I don't think that's where you belong. Just a minute out. Well, if it works, it's going to be a pain in the neck to do it because I'll have to do it through rinse and a wash. And all of that water I just put in, that's it. Just down there. I'm not even going to try it. Not even going to try it. Whoops. I'm going to turn it on. And I'm going to spin it. Yeah, you son of a gun. Well, it's draining it, and it's telling me it wants to spin. That was the purpose, was to drain it. I suppose I should leave that open because those clothes are wet now. So, next solution is to find a flathead screwdriver that will fit in the fitting. And now that I am brainstorming all day long, trying to figure this out. Hello, Doobie. Hello, Doobie. Hello, baby. Hi. You're so cute. You're cute, baby. Anyway, I'm distracted from taking video. So, I guess I'll see you later. Have a good day.